My name is Nancy Davis, and I'm one of the co-founders of Equal Rights Advocates. In the early 70s, the second wave of feminism was well underway, and we wanted to be in the thick of it, fighting for women's rights. When we were told that space was at a premium for an office for women students, a group of us decided to liberate the then state-required women who are indisposed room. We cleared out the cots and we replaced them with a desk and a phone. We learned then that women need to carve out their own space, literally and figuratively. For 40 years, the women and men of Equal Rights Advocates have remained committed to the fight for gender equality. There are so many people we could celebrate today who have made our work possible, but our hearts go out first and foremost to our clients. Their courage and stamina have inspired and sustained us, and we thank them.
Working 9 to 5 as a secretary was not the type of person that I wanted to be. I wanted to work at the fire department. I just thought I was big enough and brave enough to do anything. After the case resolved, I felt great because even though I didn't make it, there were some women that did make it. That made me feel good because that opened the door for other women to come along to get that job.
I think if I had some naivete, it was sort of along the lines of, well, I'm fighting against discrimination for others, I'm reading about it, I get it, but it's not going to happen to me. And this was so happening to me. The history of that case so brought out the deep discrimination and hostility towards women's equality. And just knowing about ERA, it was wonderful. Like, people really do have our back. People change, players change, laws change, but they have been there through all of that, and it will continue to bring those kinds of flexibility and wisdom and continuing groundbreaking kinds of work and ideas.
Before the lawsuit, I was really sort of at the height of my career. At the same time, I knew that I really wanted a child. I was extremely thankful that ERA took my case because it made a huge, huge difference. Most of my life at that point was spent with my infant daughter and, mentally exhausted just from taking care of a baby. But on top of that, I was having to pack up everything I owned to put into storage, and I didn't know where I was going to go. The love and the joy and the light that my two kids bring to me is far greater than anything I've experienced before. Who's to say, we weren't a family before or we don't belong together now? We do.
I was shocked and disappointed that to hear that I was removed from the team. I believe it is important for women to have whatever opportunities available to them, including women's wrestling. That was what I wanted to do, and I was denied those opportunities, and it broke my heart. I don't want other students to go through what I went through. I don't want them to go through all the pain. I don't want them to go through all the pain that I went through. I think many times we're afraid to step up, and ERA provides the support that we need to stand up for our rights.
Me sentía contenta porque era una oportunidad que se me presentaba para salir adelante. Después del juicio, siempre estoy recordándole a las niñas, a mis amigas, a mis hermanas, pues que no se dejen, que si les llega a pasar algo en los trabajos o en la escuela o en donde sea, que no se callen, porque es muy doloroso callar.
Together we'll stand strong and move women forward.